Eat ass.
And eat ass. Welcome everybody to episode 5 of well, I almost said welcome to our mumbling podcast. There's a podcast that I listen to called Welcome to Our Podcast, so that's a cool crossover.
Wait, is it just called Our Podcast?
Well, no, the full name is Welcome to Our Podcast.
Oh, imagine saying Welcome to Our Podcast.
It's like that Daniel Tosh joke.
No idea what that
you don't know that? Okay,
to.
so his joke is he wants to open a restaurant. It says, "Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. How may I help you? How may I help you?" It's such a good bit. There's a whole bit about putting his balls in your soup.
Oh my god. I was about to say that joke sounded way too tame. Daniel Tosh.
Way too clean, way too tame.
Yeah.
I miss Daniel Tosh comedy so much.
He's still floating around somewhere in the ether.
His last special was in 2016, so it's been a while.
Wow.
It's been a cool 4 years. I mean, he doesn't have to do anything. He's made his money. He's had a Comedy Central show for 45 years, it seems.
Did it just get canceled recently?
This is the last season. I think they're on the last season right now.
Wow.
But
Daniel Tosh, my conspiracy is Daniel Tosh has been replaced by Eric Andre in the social consciousness.
I mean, it makes sense because everyone used to love Tosh.0.
Yeah.
And that was the go-to like
weird
kind of weird wacko comedy show.
Yeah.
And Eric Andre took his show to a whole nother fucking dimension. It's insane how insane that show is.
I love it. I can't wait for this next season.
I haven't watched too much of it. Like I've seen like best ofs and stuff because I just haven't watched full episodes, and it's just ridiculous.
The Jack McBrayer episode is my first exposure to it, and I will never forget it. It's also one of the best ones too.
I think the problem for me is I hate awkwardness. And that's a big part of the show.
Yeah.
But the fucking pizza ball bit is my shit. Time to deliver a pizza ball. So if you don't know what we're talking about, Eric Andre did a bit where he just walked around with this giant pizza ball. And just brought it into random places and was delivering it. And one of them was like a dojo where there was like karate classes going on, and the dude tried to fucking fight him.
Have you ever seen the Pay the Toll one?
No, I haven't.
So basically, he's just like on a street, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everything just seems like he's kind of like crouched over, and someone walks up to him. And he turns around and he only has one eye. He's a cyclops. He's just like, pay the toll. And that's it. That's the whole bit. 36 seconds of glory.
It's a very specific type of humor, and it's our type of humor because it's just dumb shit.
It's dumb shock humor.
Yeah, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I mean, I'm sure people are know of at least Eric Andre. Memes like "Let me in," or like "Who killed Hannibal." Still one of the funniest things.
Wow. And then I use the GIF. Why would you say something so whatever yet so brave?
Yeah, so controversial.
Yet so brave. I use that GIF a lot when I'm replying to social media. It's such a good show, man.
Yeah, good show.
Good show. Jolly good show.
I also will say on the subject of Daniel Tosh, I was more of the soup kind of guy than I was Tosh.
That's fair. I think the soup was underrated because of Daniel Tosh and because of Tosh.0. I don't think it got the love it deserved because the soup was an incredibly funny show.
Yeah.
And Joel McHale also is an underrated comedy
I love Joel McHale.
performer. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. He is hilarious. But yeah, I miss being encapsulated by those shows because I'm not anymore. You know, it's been a long time. It's been since high school since I cared about either of those shows, but I cared about those shows and I enjoyed when they came out.
It's true. Like, yeah, I remember like after school, like coming back home and watching the soup.
Dude, eating too many snacks and watching.
I would eat soup while watching the soup.
I would be meta like that.
I would take a bath in the soup.
I would take a bath in Joel McHale's soup.
I would become Joel McHale.
I am Joel.
Welcome to the Hale with Joel McSoup.
Well, welcome to the Joel with Soup McHale.
I'm Soup.
I'm Soup, and then he just like turns into soup and just falls on the ground. Just flat.
And it just stays in the frame for 25 minutes until it cuts for commercial.
That reminds me of a super specific Whose Line Is It Anyway bit, where they play this game called Scenes from a Hat.
I love this show.
Yes,
love
me too. If you haven't watched it, it's on HBO Max. Go get HBO Max just to watch.
Just pay $17 a month.
Well, see, the funny thing is that's what Shelby and I did at first. Like, we got HBO Max just because Whose Line, and we watched it with dinner for the first 2 months we were here. Like, that was our dinner show.
Nice.
And there was this game called Scenes from a Hat where audience members write out scenes, and they pull random ones and they have to do them. And one was Dinner with the Boneless Family. and it was Ryan Stiles and Wayne Brady, and they just walk in towards each other, and they, hey, what's for dinner? And they just go, oh, and then they just ragdoll on the floor. There's another good comedy show that people need to watch. A lot of our peers really like that show, and I think it's because we grew up with it.
Yeah, like, I mean, in some capacity, like the show's been going on since the 90s. I think.
Yes, yeah, it has. But it was always on ABC
CW.
Family. Well, CW and ABC Family for me.
Yeah.
And it would be on like prime time slot, like 7 or 8 o'clock. And I looked up the ratings recently, and it would get like 7 to 13 million views an episode.
They're still going strong.
Yes, they are. It's not as funny now, but it's still really funny.
Mm-hmm. You know, I met Colin and Brad, right?
I hate you. You never told me this, and I hate you so much. How did you do that?
So Colin and Brad went on a tour.
Did they go to Ball State?
No, that wasn't Ball State. You know what? Maybe they did go to Ball State, but I never went to that one. But
same.
For like my brother's birthday, my mom got a couple of tickets to go see them at, I think it was like Southwestern Michigan.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so we all went together. And
because you're in the region.
Yeah, the region.
Da region.
And I got to go up on stage and give them a prompt.
You motherfucker.
I remember the question. They were like trying to like find like, I don't know, it's like, what's the weirdest place for blah, 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 blah. And my answer was Wayne Brady's penthouse.
Yeah. Because that dude do be having a penthouse, though.
He do.
He do be killing it now. He do Scooby-Doo. What was going on?
He who be Halloween doing it.
He Scooby Hubie Dooby Halloween. Hubie Dooby and Louie.
Jesus Christ.
But anyway, welcome to
intro about 13 minutes into the episode.
Jesus, we are 8 minutes and 18 seconds in, and now we're introing.
We're just getting started.
We're just gonna finish.
Goodbye.
Oh, I'm finishing. No, but but no.
That soundbite's gonna live forever.
I'm finishing. We're on episode 5, Matthew.
That's crazy.
Welcome back to Mumble number 5.
That's I think we just found the episode title.
Mumble number 5. Have you seen the rendition of that song? But every name is Monica.
No.
Have you heard Monica number 5?
That sounds amazing.
Just a little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Monica by my side, a little bit of Monica, and it's the whole one. And
That's wonderful.
And they changed the intro too. It's like, get ready for Monica number 5. But yeah, we're 5 episodes deep, baby. We're here.
Yeah, that's almost 10.
That's, you know what? I think that might be halfway.
My math is not the best.
But like, it's in your name though.
I mean, but it's also followed by you.
Oh yeah, Matthew.
So I just can't like math because of genetics.
That is such a 14-year-old edgy joke.
I thought that was the funniest thing in like middle school.
My name is Matthew.
Yeah, I was like, do you like how edgy I am?
Do you like my edginess?
Do you notice my points?
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
He's married to the Muffin Man. Okay, so I do that to Shelby a lot.
Yeah.
Where she goes, do you know? And then there'll be a pause, and I always go, the Muffin Man, and she'll be like, shut the fuck up.
Perfect.
She'll be like, shut the fuck up.
I also just randomly talk as Gingy sometimes.
Do you?
Yeah, like sometimes I'll look at my brother and go, "Eat me!" Well, she's married to the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man! She's married to the Muffin. You're a monster.
Not my gumdrop buttons.
No, not the gumdrop buttons.
Oh, Jesus.
Welcome back.
Is this the first Shrek reference of our podcast?
I think it is.
I'm low-key surprised it took 5 episodes to get here.
How do we make it 5 hours worth of content and not bring up Shrek?
Well, you saying 5 hours worth of content is kind of pushing
I don't know if it's content, but it's...
I'd say maybe 3.
It's just noise. 5 hours of noise.
This is just what some people play when they go to sleep.
Yeah, I hope not.
It's literally white noise, Logan.
Welcome back to the White Noise Podcast.
Welcome back to Caucasian Sounds.
White Noise is my favorite 80s hair band.
Caucasian Sounds is my favorite Yankee Candle.
Caucasian Sounds! White Dad.
White?
This is our new line of candles. This is White Dad.
White Dad. It's just like names of like, normal 40-year-old dads.
Yeah.
Like, we have Andrew.
This is Dirty Grill Plate. This candle scent is the Nike White Monarchs.
Oh my god. You didn't go for the New Balances though.
No, I know. Okay, I think the New Balances are 1 and the Monarchs are 2.
Yeah,
and no lie, I kind of want to get a pair of Monarchs just for the meme because they look like shit. And
Logan, I've got an idea for you for a Halloween costume.
Oh god.
You should just dress up as normally, but then just wear some Monarchs. And then just say you're going as your dad.
I think I should get some jorts that go up to my real waist because I'm fat and don't use my real waist. I get a polo shirt.
Yep.
I get white tube socks.
It's all coming together.
And I get Nike White Monarchs. And then I carry around a spatula and I wear an apron. And then I just go up to people and be like, who let you in here?
Just make really bad
dad jokes the whole time. Oh, shit. So I've already semi-decided what I'm going as for Halloween. If I hadn't already, I would do that because that's fucking hilarious. But I'm going as Andre the Giant.
Hell yeah.
But not in his wrestling attire, like his casual attire, which is his slacks and like a
You're just Andre.
I'm just Andre in a button-up shirt, unbuttoned. So like I'm gonna get an Andre wig. Yeah. Andre and I have similar patchy facial hair, so I don't have to do much with that.
Incredible.
And yeah, and I'm gonna get tiny Coke cans, so like my hands look bigger when I'm holding them. So it's like he's holding a can.
See, okay, here's what. I know you said Coke cans, right?
Yeah.
I thought you said Coke hands.
That's my favorite Johnny Depp role.
Is that just like what happens to your hands when you touch Coke too many times?
When you snort too much Coke, your hands turn into it.
They turn into Coke.
Tony Montana got a hand turned into Coke.
Tony Montana
got it.
Say hello to my little friend.
Say hello to my little hands. What if that was the Burger King Whopper Jr. commercial instead of like instead of the little hands? Say hello to my little hands.
I don't know why you're not being paid millions of dollars for your advertising.
I don't know why I'm still living in poverty. God damn it! Someone take my ideas.
Someone please. Don't take it. No,
don't take them.
Don't take them.
Pay me too much for these ideas.
Yes, there you go.
I need
overpay Logan.
I need $4 million for that Tiny Hands Burger King commercial. If they ever bring back the Whopper Jr., I'm pitching that shit. And I'm going to make several dollars, I hope.
Dude, you'll make all of the several
dollars. I hope at least I get like some free Whoppers or something.
Free Whopper Juniors for life.
So we're going way off the rails because we haven't talked about our week. But Shelby and I were talking the other day, and we figured out that Burger King is no one's favorite fast food restaurant.
Which, I mean, is kind of sad because they're low-key good.
They're low-key very good, but zero people think Burger King is their favorite.
Burger King is like all around like pretty good, but it's not like the best burger.
They don't excel in anything. Well, for one, their fries suck ass. I
don't know about that.
They have bad fries, Matt.
Sometimes they have good fries.
You should always get onion rings if you're going to Burger King.
Nah.
You shouldn't get fries from
I'm
Burger
always King. Like, no matter where I eat, no matter what I'm eating, my side will always be French fries.
Really?
Yep.
Dude, Burger King's onion rings are hella underrated, and you need to give them a chance. Have you had them before, Matthew?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Well, then start ordering them more, goddammit.
Sorry.
Fuck.
Dad. Shit.
Sorry, I'm drinking a peach Bellini Smirnoff Ice, and I can make my voice sound like this. God, it tastes like a peach ring, man. They're so good.
At least drinking something doesn't taste like weed.
Doesn't taste like Coke hands. Say hello to my little hands.
Say hello to my little.
But how was your week, Matthew?
It's pretty good.
There you go.
Honestly, it's another one of those weeks where it was simultaneously very eventful and also just like I want it to end now.
Yeah, I feel it. I understand.
So, big things happened. First, I got to actually go out and shoot stuff with the crew at work.
Well, so I saw you post pictures of you like at Notre Dame Stadium, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So like what were you filming over there? Were you filming practices?
It wasn't football related or stadium related at all. It was literally just like we needed a place to film professors without masks on. And so the best place to do it is in a building on the stadium where nobody can see you do it.
So you're like criminals.
Yes. I mean we got consent from the university and like it was approved, but like that was part of the reason why they're like, let's do it there, because I mean it's aesthetically pleasing and also nobody's gonna be like, why aren't you wearing your mask?
Wear your fucking mask. It's like no, we're on top of a stadium.
All it was like the crew always had to wear their mask, and the only time that the interviewees had to take their masks off was when they were on camera.
It was on camera, right? So it was still a controlled environment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we were outside too.
Yeah,
so.
And it just looks better like aesthetically.
Yeah,
like,
I got to review the footage today, and yeah, it's pretty
good.
But I was boom micing the whole time.
Ooh.
And let me tell you, Logan.
You got some jelly arms?
I gotta do some more upper body.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
I was using the top of my head more for balance than I was my arms.
Dude, it's insane. It's insane how you don't think about it.
No.
Like,
and the only time that I was able to like think the pain away was literally I had to go Zen mode where I closed my eyes.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm not thinking about the boom in my hand. I'm thinking about Burger King onions.
I'm thinking about Whopper Juniors.
Yeah.
Think about Edward Coke hands.
But the other big thing that happened this week, I know I talked with you about it.
Yeah.
Is both of my corneas are infected. I go in for a regular prescription checkup to get it checked and order new contacts and glasses. Yep. And they were like, I was like, I can't see. And they were like, well, it's because your corneas are infected. I'm like, oh, that's not fun. They're like, for months. I'm like, cool.
Like, wait. So they've been infected?
All right. So here's the thing. My eyes have been in like a really weird stage where like, I thought it was just random contact pain where, like, if I wore my contacts too long, my eyes would get irritated, and then they would, like, swell up and, like, teary, and, like, I wouldn't be able to open, like, one of them for, like, a few hours just because of how painful it was.
Yeah.
And I noticed that, like, my eyes were being, like, way more sensitive to light than usual.
Yeah.
And I thought that was just because of my contacts. Well, in fact, it was not my contacts. It was because my corneas were infected.
So could they tell how long they were infected, or they just know they were infected for a while?
We know that they were infected for a while because that's the only reason why my eyes would be in that much pain for so long.
So, like, how serious is a cornea infection?
So it's treatable, and it can heal.
It can heal.
Yeah, so like I've been using eye drops 4 times a day for the last week.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have an eye doctor appointment tomorrow to see if everything's back to normal. But I can definitely tell a difference, and
That's good.
I haven't been able to wear my contacts for the last week, so I've just been looking like a 40-year-old man.
Fucking with the glasses, baby boy.
With my Coke bottle glasses and
with my Coke hand glasses.
My forehead, yeah, my Coke hand glasses. But yeah, that was fun to learn.
God, yeah. When you texted me, I was like, shit. Yeah. I didn't know your corneas could get infected.
Neither did I.
So, is this gonna steer you away from wearing the contacts you normally wear? No, okay. So
the plan is like we're gonna look into getting like a different either brand or a type of contact.
Yeah. So you are the ones that you don't. Okay, my cat just tried to jump on my desk and failed.
Which one?
The fucking tiny one.
Tiny boy.
Dude, I'm gonna talk about her in a minute because she's been a goddamn terrorist the last like 5 days.
Oh my god.
But
FBI, you hearing this?
So you normally wear the ones you don't have to take out every day, right?
They're the ones I have to take out every night.
Oh.
And I wear them for a month.
Oh, okay. See, I thought you wore the ones that you just kept in for like 2 weeks.
No.
Okay.
And I'm scared of those.
Yeah, same.
So I used to have ones where like they were like a little bit like of a more solid substance.
Yeah.
And like they were you could wear them for like up to like 6 months.
Damn.
But they were just like they were more to take care of, and
right.
I could just feel them a little bit more in my eyes, and it wasn't as comfortable as I would have liked.
Yeah, see, that's why I never stuck with contacts, because I hated them, the feeling of them drying out.
Yeah.
So I've just been a glasses boy.
Yeah.
Since like 7th grade.
That's nice though, considering you don't have like +6.5 vision in both.
I don't, but I am like +4.5. So like that's close.
Still up there.
So like I'm close. My eyesight sucks, but it's not near as bad as yours.
No, I'm a little blind boy, and you know what I decided my career was going to be? Video.
I'm gonna look at shit and make sure it looks good.
I can't wait for my vision to go bad 20 years earlier.
I can't wait for my vision to get worse.
That's why I chose this job.
Was to get worse at my job early.
But anyways, corneas aside, how was your week?
Dude,
apparently your cat's
okay.
Yeah, a menace.
So for the first week, the 2 cats, well, Tippy was not a fan at all of the kitty. Mm-hmm. And I had ordered this Feel Away, like I said last week, this Feel Away diffuser. And it turns out that it didn't help too much, but it gave Shelby and I both a lot of sneezes. So it's unplugged and probably not going to get plugged in again. So I wasted $35 on that.
Yeah.
So we love that. We love that, brother. But the last couple of days, Torrance has been a fucking menace. I was at work the other day and Shelby was off, so she was here and she loves to paint, and she was painting on the kitchen table. And while she was painting, Torrance tried to dunk her head into the paint water, tried to drink the paint water, stole her brushes a couple times, and was walking on her canvas.
Oh, yeah.
And the last couple nights, she has been attacking our feet. So we'll be in bed.
Yes, it's like the smallest shuffle.
Well, the smallest shuffle, and then she'll fucking bite our feet. She'll nibble on our toes. And so Shelby got mad and tried to get her off, and like I saw her foot move and I thought she kicked the cat off the bed. But she didn't. I was like, did you just kill our cat? And like, no, I didn't touch her.
As far as I know.
As far as we know, her neck's not broken.
Yeah.
But Nah, fam. So she gets beat up by Tippy, but most of the time it's her fault. Because
she like instigates it,
she sneaks up on Tippy,
yep.
She gets close to Tippy, and Tippy's like, back the fuck up, bro, you're gonna get smacked the fuck up. And Torrance gets smacked the fuck up routinely. So she's been a fucking menace the last couple of days. She just barrel rolled and tackled her pickle toy. She has a couple toy chewy pickles that have like witches hats on them.
Her toys turn into pickles.
Wow, it's the funniest shit. It's the funniest shit. Look, Morty, I turned myself into a toy pickle.
I love Mick and Morty.
I love Ricky Mort.
I love Back to the Future.
I love Back to the Past. Forward in the past.
I love Backstreet's Back.
Welcome back to Backstreet's Back in the Past.
All right.
Backstreet's Back to the Future.
I'd watch that movie.
But also the last 2 days we've been rearranging our apartment. And it's made a big difference. The apartment feels a lot bigger.
Nice.
So we got a new TV stand because our other one was legit falling apart. So we got gifted one by my mom because they were getting rid of shit. So we lucked out in that regard. It's a very nice TV stand. And we like just flipped our bedroom. So we moved the bed to the opposite side of the room and moved her desk and the TV stand just over. So we just did a flip-flop. A flip-flop, splish-splash, taking a bath. And it's been nice. It's been nice.
Yeah, that's great. You know, rearranging a space can make or break a place,
and it makes it feel a lot better.
Yeah,
but
more homey. I can't do a Marge.
Okay, but our friend Nate can.
Yeah,
and it's terrifying.
It's what I see at night when I'm trying to go to sleep.
Nate, if you're listening to this, please do your Homer Simpson your Marge Simpson impression out loud.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna message Nate and ask him for a soundbite of him doing it.
Yeah,
and we'll just insert it like right here.
Oh, homie, Homer.
Wasn't that so great?
Wasn't it amazing?
You know what'd be amazing if Nate doesn't come through and there was just like a silence there.
And it's just that might happen. There's a good chance because this podcast goes up tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. let me ask him for it.
Ask him right now.
Wow, look at me being unprofessional texting during a podcast.
It's all right.
Terrible person. Matthew Simmons. That's me.
That's a me. Matthew Simmons.
No, because we didn't do introductions this week.
No, we didn't. But hey, we don't.
If you're listening to episode 5, you probably know.
You don't need an introduction if you're listening to this episode. You don't even know. You don't even know what my name is. I haven't said it yet. My name could be Roger.
It's not.
My name could be Flat Stanley.
You're incoherent, and I'm mumbling.
Yeah. Mumbling Simmons.
Yes.
Incoherent Lewis.
I'm gonna start calling you Lewis from now on.
What's up, Lewis?
What's up, Lewis?
God, no
anyway,
thanks.
let's get on topic.
Yeah, bro.
It's been. This is on track for probably the longest episode of.
It's probably gonna be a while. Do you
want to give an ETA? While
4. Yeah. It's gonna be 4. 4 what? 4. But do you want to go first? Because I think you have some complaints about a certain one of your babies.
Okay.
It's the fucking Eggles, bro.
It's the Eggles.
It's the Philadelphia Eggles.
The falfalfa.
The phallic Eggles.
The falfalfa Eggles.
The Philadelphia.
So for people who don't speak idiot, I'm talking about the Philadelphia Eagles.
They are a football team.
They are a football team of the NFL.
The National Phallic League.
They are part of the NFC East conference.
Yes. Yep. So there are conferences in football, and they're in that conference.
So it sounds like what's the guy from Parks and Rec? The newscaster.
I haven't seen an episode, so I don't know.
Okay. Well, you living in Indiana and not seeing Parks and Rec.
I know they're in Upside Down Muncie. I get it.
Yeah.
They
mention Muncie all the time, too.
That's my favorite Stranger Things episode.
Yeah.
Upside Down Muncie.
And Letterman's cameo in that, heartbreaking.
Oh yeah, when he turns into a
pickle.
Oh hey, hey 11, I turned myself into a pickle. The funniest shit I've ever seen.
Weird segue, but it worked.
Yeah.
Anyway, I will say, I became an Eagles fan when I was a young boy.
Yeah, why?
I would play Madden 2002, I think is what the game was.
Ooh, going back. Okay,
and I randomly picked a team, and I was like, you know what? Let's go with the Philadelphia Eagles.
These are my fucking boys.
And they've been my boys ever since.
And it paid off a couple years ago.
Yeah, it did.
It paid off a couple years ago.
Best day of my life, honestly. Dude. Because my roommate Derek at the time, we were rooming together, and he was a Patriots fan. Seeing the downfall was incredible.
Even if you're not a Patriots fan or a football fan, you know that. Fuck the Patriots.
Yeah.
Like, just A1. Just fuck the Patriots.
It doesn't matter.
No.
Doesn't matter the context.
And this comes from a Colts fan, and we've been fucked over by the Patriots for like two decades.
That's everybody, though. But now COVID's fucking them up.
Dude, yeah.
Sorry, Cam. Anyways.
Sorry, Super Cam.
But anyways, this season with my Eagles...
they suck.
Has been, in a word, terrible.
Yeah. Absolutely terrible.
So here's how the season started, right? I didn't have access on cable to the first Eagles game, right?
Yeah.
And they played Washington. So I spent 30 minutes looking for one of those Reddit streams.
Yeah.
To watch the game. And the first half was really good. They were up like, I think 14-0 or something like that. And then for some reason the second half, the whole team
shit the bed.
They forgot how to play football.
Yeah.
And Washington ended up coming back and
winning
them.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that was kind of rough, but like the first half looked good, so we just got to work on consistency.
Yeah,
right?
it sucks losing.
It's doable. It's the first game.
Exactly, it's fine.
And then the second game happened, and there were no positive attributes to that game whatsoever. None. And then there was the third week against the Bengals, where I was actually the Bengals, like the band.
The Philadelphia Eagles face a band.
Yes. It's actually two bands. It's the Eagles versus the Bengals.
The Bang Eagles.
Yeah.
The Eag Bengals.
The Eag Bengals. There we go. But they had a really good chance of winning, and then ended up just ending in a tie.
Yeah.
Which funny story. I was actually at B-Dubs with my girlfriend, and she's not really knowledgeable on football.
Yeah.
She's a very very smart individual, intelligent.
Yes.
Person. But she was like, "Wait, football's gonna end in ties?" I'm like, "Yeah."
And they fucking shouldn't. Okay, so I'm gonna mini rant for a second.
Okay.
This rule changed a couple of years ago, and it's really fucking annoying. So used to in football games, there would be an overtime if the team was tied, if teams were tied, and it always ended in a score no matter what. No ties were acceptable. You just keep going to more overtimes.
Yeah.
But they changed it to where there's one overtime period now, and if it's tied at the end, the game ends in a tie.
Yep.
And it's awful.
Yeah. It's I mean, especially after this week. Yeah. I have to agree with you.
So I know.
Yeah, it's been really heartbreaking to see Carson Wentz, the quarterback, perform the way he has.
Yeah.
He's been like really good when he's not been injured.
Yeah, for people who don't know, Carson Wentz is a really good quarterback. Well, has been a really good quarterback, and then he's very injury prone, and also very inconsistent.
Yeah, he can be very, very, very inconsistent.
It seems like he's regressed. Yeah, I almost said degressed, like that's a word.
I don't know if it has anything to do with. I don't even know at this point, because in the past you could kind of blame it on the offensive line, which has been consistently terrible for the last couple of years.
Yeah, it has been bad.
Gotten worse.
And also the wide receivers haven't been very consistent either.
No.
So it's been a lot of poor, like a lot of negative things combining.
Yeah,
that's not all his fault. On top of that,
yeah, it's not all of his fault because like this season we are just riddled with injuries.
Yeah,
there are more like all of like the top players are like out for the season or just like they're injured and they just keep piling up and up and up and up.
Well, and not just for the Eagles either, like everyone.
Yeah,
I remember week 1 there were more season-ending injuries than there have been in any other first week.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's insane. And
yeah, what was like 49ers like took a really big hit that first week?
Yeah, they lost
like Garoppolo
several starters.
Yeah. But now the Eagles, because they won this week somehow, thank God, only because the 49ers were slightly worse than them.
Yeah.
They're now at the top of their conference. And here's their conference. So the Eagles are on top with 1 win, 2 losses, and a tie.
Yes.
Second and third place, we have Washington and the Cowboys, both with 1 win and 3 losses.
Yep.
And then everyone's favorite football team, the Giants.
The fucking little Giants.
The Andre the Giants.
Andre the little Giants.
the just Andres.
Andre Young the Giant.
They're 0-4, so the Eagles are winning their conference on a conference that is currently going 3 and what is this? Hang on, I have
14. Isn't it something like that? Isn't it
let's see, 7, 10, 12. So 3, 12, and 1.
So and here's something for people that don't know. If you win your division, which they're in the NFC what, East?
Yes.
Okay, so the NFC East is a division within the NFC conference as a whole. So there's the AFC and the NFC, and then each conference has 4 divisions.
Mm-hmm.
And if you win your division, you get into the playoffs. But that shouldn't happen if every team loses.
Yeah. I can't imagine how the Eagles would play in a in a playoff game.
Well, and here's the thing. They just expanded the playoffs, too. That was the most robotic cough.
I know. My throat just got really gunky all of a sudden.
Your throat just went into the Matrix and came back.
I'm changed.
Whoa.
Whoa.
But, so, they just expanded the playoffs, so there are going to be even more bad teams in the playoffs.
I don't understand that.
It's stupid.
It's especially just this season. It just makes no sense.
But yeah, so I can't complain about the Colts. We're 3-1 right now.
Not bad. Yeah, they're pretty good.
We're kicking tail.
You guys beat the Bears last week.
We
right?
beat Da Bears.
Yeah.
Da Bears. D-A Bears.
Da Bears.
And they were undefeated up until that point.
Yeah.
But to be fair, they were the worst undefeated team by a lot.
I would agree with you.
Yeah,
I hope my stepdad doesn't ever listen to
I'm just happy that we're not Bears fans.
Yeah.
It's hard being a Bears fan. Just like it's hard being a Cubs fan most of the time. They got 1 win a couple years ago, but they've had 1 win in the last 100 years.
It's like me with the Eagles. I'm holding on to that for the rest of my life.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be like 2094. And I'll be like, yeah, the Eagles haven't won a game in the last 2 decades, but remember back in 2016?
Yeah,
or 2017, I remember.
Well, and the Colts got one in the last 2 decades, so I'm still riding that a little bit, still riding the Peyton Manning train.
2005.
Always will.
Yep.
Always will.
I remember that very vividly. But...
Dude, and then I also remember them losing the other Super Bowl to the Saints. That interception that ran back for a touchdown broke my heart. I think I missed school that next day because I was that upset. And that's not a joke.
I can't do it.
I can't handle it, Mom. God damn it, Mom. Please, the Colts.
But yeah, it's I think after the first game, I was like, wow, I'm glad they fought through COVID so I can watch football again. God. Yeah. That was my feelings. Was that like an actual cough?
That was an actual cough. So I've been doing this thing recently where I turn my coughs way more dramatic, and Shelby hates it. So I'll do a normal cough, but I'll go. So let's say is a normal cough, right?
Yeah.
I will go. So, like, I'll do that.
Kendra hard agrees with Shelby right now because my sneezes are very violent and loud.
Okay.
And like, I cannot sneeze while Kendra's driving. Otherwise, she'll literally tense up and be like, "What the fuck, Matt? You should have given me a heads up." Yeah. I'm like, I don't know when a sneeze is about to come.
So I've started sneezing like my dad. And a lot of time my dad will just yell like I did while coughing, or he'll go, "Ah, shit!" So I'm turning into my dad in that regard. That and the bad knees.
Yeah.
We both have bad knees.
Can't forget about the cracking knees.
Dude, all my bones crack.
Dude, just like the Eagles.
I can always pop my jaw. I can always pop my ankle, and that shouldn't happen.
That's popping the jaws, but just no.
Dude, you want to hear it? You want to hear it?
Nope. Nope.
Well,
do it anyway. Oh my god! Oh my god, that was so much louder than I thought it was gonna be.
Dude, I lean up. It's just like it's awful, isn't it? Shelby also hates it, so I'm not gonna do it anymore because I bet a lot of people don't like it.
Let's just in post add like 5 of those in succession. Let's just randomly sprinkle them throughout the episode.
What if we do that through each episode? Just add one.
Find the hidden jaw.
Find the hidden TMJ crack.
You'll win like a $5 Red Lobster gift card.
If you can point out the exact time code, we'll acknowledge it. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll say thanks.
We might talk about it on a podcast. Yeah, man.
Any podcast that may not be ours.
No, it'll be the Joe Rogan Experience.
There we go.
Starring Joe Rogan.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Thought they might have rebooted it already.
Featuring Joe Rogan as Tom Selleck, starring. Introducing My Jaw.
Oh my god.
But now,
just to sum it up, Eagles, you better pick it up, man, because 2020 has already been a year.
It's already been awful.
I can't take any more.
So I hope for your sake the Eagles pick it up, but I also hope they aren't good for the Colts' sake, because I don't want to have to face a good Eagles team.
It's looking pretty good for you.
I don't think I'm going to have to face a good Eagles team, which is pretty nice. But it looks like you're going to have to face a good Colts team, maybe. So I don't know what that was, and I never want that to happen in my ears again.
That was just me going, like, cringing. Is that what it sounded like?
No. Ba. That's my horse!
Stop.
Give it up for Rolf!
Rolf, get out of here. Logan is doing a podcast with me.
I can't dance, Rolf. That's my horse! Give it up for Rolf!
So good.
But nah, do you have anything else to say about the goddamn Eagles?
No, I don't. I don't want to give myself a migraine too.
I feel it. I don't want to infect my corneas with with the Eagles talk.
Too soon. I might go blind, Logan. I mean, I won't.
You're not gonna go blind. No, at least more blind than you already are.
Yeah. Oh, burn.
Oh, snapping.
No snaps.
Get the fucking snap. Dude, the fucking theater snap. Did you ever experience that?
You mean like the
so when like a burn would
snap?
Yeah, just like ooh, or like instead of clapping, people would snap.
That's like common for like poetry readings.
That's poetry. But anytime like in a class, because normally I would have a lot of theater kids in my classes for whatever reason, we would do snaps.
And you're a theater kid.
Don't. I technically was a theater kid.
We grow out of the past.
But
we're not the same people.
I wasn't a theater kid.
Come clean. It's okay.
I promise.
This is a safe environment.
I swear.
We know. Every day you rode the bus listening to like Book of Mormon.
That's not fair because Book of Mormon's very good.
That's true. I should have said like Anything Goes.
Mine was Heather's. Thank you very much. Heather's the musical was my jam.
Shout out to JD.
And shout out to him killing people. Oh, it's such a good musical. But no, so I was in theater and choir, but I never considered myself a theater or choir kid. Because like
most theater kids don't.
Hey, I know, but I was never like a big Glee fan. I didn't watch or listen to a lot of musicals, which was funny because I like doing musicals. And plays, but I didn't watch a lot of them and didn't know anything about a lot of them.
Sure.
But yeah, fucking random tangent.
Yeah, that's from the Lost episode.
Welcome to the Incoherent Tangent podcast. But yeah, the Lost episode had like 30 minutes of theater talk. That won't happen again, probably.
No, never.
We're never going to talk about it.
I am actually banning the word theater from this podcast, starting now. Immediately.
But not. Do you want to get into my topic, baby? Yeah.
Let's do it, baby.
So, the public is gross.
That's it.
And then that's our show.
Yeah.
No, but so I work with the public, and you have worked with the public before. Mm-hmm. And you can attest that the public can be really fucking gross.
Disgusting.
So
the amount of things that people end up doing in public just make me feel like who raised you like that?
Yeah, is this happening?
Mm-hmm.
So this happened recently, and I didn't experience it firsthand. But so I work at the front of the store that I work in, and this other girl that was up there, I went up there and she whispered to me, "This lady's dropping ass and it smells awful."
Ew. You know what? Just for a second, I had to think about what you meant by dropping ass.
Dropping ass? Yeah, dude.
That could mean a few things.
We're not on the dance floor. No. We're not dropping tail.
We're not. Shotty's not fire burning on the dance floor.
No,
now.
but her booty hole is, and it's shooting. It's shooting. And then they ain't blanks either. Say hello to my little hands. He just cups his farts and throws them at people. He doesn't have a gun.
That's the director's cut.
Oh God, but no.
But yeah, tell me what prompted this topic.
So
you said you have a few stories.
So I have another story that's my main one.
Okay.
So before COVID happened, once a month I would go film an independent wrestling show. That was about an hour and a half away, and it'd be really fun. There would be a couple of us camera guys. There'd be a person running like a multicam in the back.
And for those who don't know, an independent wrestling show is when one person wrestles themselves on camera.
That's it. And normally you have to get online and pay for that, and you can't watch it in public. But
some might say it's like a snuff film.
It's like it might be a cam girl or guy situation. You ever wrestle yourself on camera?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Me neither. But if you Google, no, I'm kidding. But if you look up,
if you look up incoherent Lewis,
if you look up my incoherent mumblings on. Oh, God. No, please never again. But, so, once a month, I would film these wrestling shows, and it was fun. And I'll say this in the nicest way possible.
Oh, no.
Wrestling fans are a very eclectic group of people. Now,
okay, I can agree with that.
There are a lot of different type of wrestling fans, and small-town Midwest wrestling fans are a different breed.
Right.
Not only can they be very hickish and very racist, but they can also be very gross. No. So, I was operating a crane at this show. And for what people don't know, a crane is like this long arm that a camera sits on.
Oh, so it wasn't a bird.
Fuck you. Done. I'm done. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh,
not you.
Oh, but, so I was operating a crane, so I was behind the audience. Normally, when I do these shows, I am ringside. So what that means is I'm right next to the ring in front of the audience, and I'm filming the wrestling close up. But this one, I was on the wide shot, and I was behind everybody. So a couple rows ahead of me were a couple young kids, and their parents and grandparents were in front of them, and so they were so the parents and grandparents were in the first row, and the kids were in the second row. So it was like the middle of the show. One of the kids gets sick.
Okay.
And blows chunks on the floor and on her chair. Ew. It was gross, but that happens. Kids get sick more often than not, especially compared to people throw up, and it's fine. It happens. It normally gets cleaned up in a quick fashion. For some reason, it didn't this time. So this young lady gets up, goes to finish finish throwing up in the trash can, and so it's on the floor and in her chair. And she comes back to her chair.
No.
And
no, she doesn't just sit down, doesn't she?
And she sits right down into her own throw up. And I couldn't take it.
Oh, no.
It was so gross. Also, one of the grandparents had a white coat that was hanging on the back of the chair. And,
that's gone.
And guess what got Dunkachino'd into that throw up? Maddie Matthew.
That's not a white coat no more.
That's not.
It's dunk.
It's dunked. Dunk a throw up.
Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind if I.
Say hello to my little dunk.
Say hello to my little.
I might have forgiven that people for being gross if they just said that before blowing chunks.
It's not out anymore. It's
That's literally what I'm gonna do the next time I have to.
The next time I throw up, even if it's in public, I'm gonna do it. But it's not out anymore. It's.
I don't care if I have to say it super quickly. I will do it.
But there were a couple wrestlers that weren't wrestling, at the merch tables and stuff behind me, and they saw it too, and they just, oh my god, they couldn't handle it either.
Didn't they?
They couldn't handle it, man. Oh, no one else threw up, thank God, because chain reaction throw-ups are the worst. And it always happened in school, and it was always the grossest shit. Do you have any stories of, chain reaction throw-ups at your school?
I've never actually seen one in
So I've
before.
only heard about them. And how people tell them back, it's like they're this legendary myth. Because just of how gross it is. Because kids throw up so easily. So easily. Mm-hmm. And if they smell throw up, they'll throw up. So I'm surprised that not everyone just doesn't throw up. What if every time someone threw up, everyone else threw up?
That's a party.
What?
That's quite the paradox.
That's the worst.
You could make the case that, everybody would just be throwing up all the time. Reacting to
oh my god! Imagine a world where in a world where everyone's blowing chunks. But yeah, that I thought about that story today, and I was like, oh my god, I don't think I've told you that story, and I know no. I haven't talked about the story on any type of podcast.
And you know what? I never want you to tell me that story.
Oh, I'm never gonna. So, do you have any instances of because you've worked in the public as well.
Yeah.
And I've
dabbled in the public.
I've dipped my toe into the public.
Dabbled here and there.
You ever dip your toe into the public?
All the time.
Do you have can you recall any situations where you were around the public being gross?
You know what? I don't have anything specifically to that I could think of right now, but I will say is that people's levels of hygiene in regards to public bathrooms is just I'm trying to think of the word to describe it. It's
actually inconceivable how gross.
It's really just kind of disturbing how someone could use the bathroom, look behind them, and be like, "Yep, I did a good job cleaning that up," and then walk away.
Oh man.
I really as soon as I open up a stall to go to the bathroom, and if I see that toilet is filled with stuff, I will turn around and walk to the next.
Yeah. Well, have you ever had a situation where it's like a 2-stall bathroom and both of them are bad?
Yep.
Oh god, and you have to go. You're about to blow chunks the other way.
You just have to you just have to pick the lesser of two evils in that point.
Have you ever hovered
Yes.
See, I've never done that.
It's uncomfortable as hell.
I don't think I could.
Your thighs will burn, especially if you have to go like real bad.
Oh my god.
So this is a really nice image for our audience.
I'm
just
glad everyone gets to
Simmons
hear this.
Just squatting like a goose over it.
Squatting like a goose.
And thighs shaking,
honking,
veins popping out. I'm honking.
Oh no, I gotta go.
Yeah, when I use the bathroom, I just honk.
It's not Al anymore. It's honk.
Honkachino.
Honkachino.
Don't mind if I honk.
Don't mind if I honk.
What's my name?
What's my name? Quack.
Quack. Quack.
But nah, yeah, just the public is gross. And it's, like we said earlier, it's inconceivable sometimes.
Shame on all of you.
Shame on you specifically. And we're talking to you, and you know what you did,
know who you are.
And you better feel bad about it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, we're coming.
Yeah, we're coming.
We're gonna come.
No.
No.
No thanks.
No. I'm gonna finish
what you started.
Nope. End sentence. So, funny thing is, we don't really have any random thoughts.
Actually.
Oh, did you have one?
I'm so happy you said that.
Do you have one?
Because I thought of one in the middle of recording.
Do you have one, Matthew?
I made a comment about Red Lobster gift cards, right?
What?
Earlier in this podcast, I said something about, like, we'll give the audience a $5 Red Lobster gift card.
Yes.
They can hear the jaw snapping.
Absolutely. Jaw snapping.
I know.
My jaw getting broken in half.
Yeah. I like to reset my jaw every couple of weeks. Just for fun.
Just break it in half.
Just walking around, just like hanging down uncontrollably.
Turn it upside down.
Yeah, but this reminds me of a little tiny story that happened a few weeks ago.
Okay.
So, I went to Red Lobster for the first time with my girlfriend.
The first time?
The very first time.
You've never been to Red Lobster until recently?
Never been, because growing up, my mom is not a fish person, and therefore the house isn't really a fish house.
Not in our fish house.
We weren't a pond.
We weren't geese in a pond.
Yeah. So as I've grown older and have become more independent, I've started to really enjoy fish.
Yeah,
in capacity.
Dude, it's great.
Kendra was just like, I really want some pasta. I'm like, okay, well, let's go to like Red Lobster because I feel like they might have some pasta.
Oh, they do.
And she can also eat fish too because she's pescatarian. So.
Oh yeah.
We get there and I'm like, you know what? I've never had crab legs in my life.
Oh man.
I've always wanted crab legs. And so I was like, I'm going to get the crab legs. So I ordered the crab legs.
Okay.
Totally forgetting that you yourself, the consumer, have to pull apart the crab yourself.
You didn't realize that?
And break the crab and take the meat out yourself.
Dude, it's a very barbaric process.
So Kendra and I pretty much struggled for 15 minutes. Just trying to slowly inch through and save all of the meat as possible. There were Google searches. There were tried attempts. I got crab all over me. And the worst part about it is that none of the food was, like, great.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Red Lobster is like Olive Garden.
It's, people seem to go there all the time. People like them, but they're just not great.
And here's the thing. Olive Garden is okay.
I like Olive Garden considerably more than my
me
Red Lobster
too.
experience.
The only good thing at Red Lobster is the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
You know what? That's the other sad part.
Did you not have any, Matthew?
We did.
Okay.
And, I'd never gone to Red Lobster before, like I said. But we'd always get, like, the store-bought cheddar biscuits.
Oh, man, that's not the same.
I prefer those more than the ones that they served us. Like, even Kendra agreed. She was like, they just tasted really doughy and dry.
You're the first person to ever say that to me.
I'm probably the first person to ever say that.
That sentence is you just said,
never been uttered before.
You just said a new sentence.
I'm so proud of myself for this discovery, but also genuinely disappointed. Thank you. But yeah, it was just all around just a very meh experience. Like, even like my sides weren't great, and trying to remember, what did Kendra get? She got, I want to say it was some sort of whitefish. I don't remember exactly what it was, but like they put like this really weird grease sauce all over it.
Grease sauce.
And it would literally just like seeped into like her sides as well, so everything was just really soggy.
Here's your side of grease.
Yeah. It was pretty much like that. It was just a really all-around terrible experience. But yeah, just imagine me trying to figure out how to eat my dinner, being so hungry, and then being completely underwhelmed by the food.
First, you have to learn how to mutilate a crab, and then you're disappointed.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Sebastian.
And for the lady, grease.
But I will say it was all worth it because I was playing with the crab hand. And like I put my hand in my sleeve and just had like the little claw coming out.
So you were Edward Crabhands.
I was like a Davy Jones being like Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow.
And as soon as I did that, the waitress came over. And I just like waved to her. I'm like, I'm sorry, I had to.
Oh my god.
But yeah, do you have like any random thought?
I mean, dude, I'm cooking some pork loin right now in the crock pot, and it smells amazing.
Dude, crock pot dishes are the best.
Dude, I love our crock pot so much.
I've never used it myself, but like my mom would always make
easy,
like,
man.
This like beef stuff that she'd keep in the crock pot with like cooked carrots and potatoes.
Yeah, dude, like beef roast. Yeah.
Yeah, just thinking of the beef like literally makes my mouth water.
Dude,
I'm literally holding my head in my hands right now.
You need to get a crock pot when you move out on your own, and you need to get an air fryer.
Air fryers are great. We already
we've
established this. Yes.
Those two things we use it's almost every day. We either use the crock pot or the air fryer. Because, like, I'll cook pork chops in the air fryer. We'll do chicken breasts in the air fryer. We do, like, what we call crock pot pizza in the crock pot, where it's just, like, it's like pizza pasta.
Yeah.
So, oh, man. It's so good. And it's so easy. It is. And it just dude, I love coming home with the crock pot being on all day. And just walking into that wonderful smell. That smell. It is.
And then as soon as you take the lid off, it's just...
And I do it every time. I come in and take off the lid and get a big old whiff.
And then you just...
finish. Anyway,
And then you just Coke hands.
And then you just Coke hands. It's not Al anymore. It's Coke.
Cocachino.
What? But I think that about does it for episode 5.
Episode 5. Always the best one. What?
I just forgot what we were gonna call this episode, and then I remembered.
Mumble No.
Welcome a little bit of mumble, bye. And so I cry sometimes when I'm letting down.
What's going on?
And I said, thank you for listening, everyone. We'll be back next week with some more incoherent mumbling. Haha, get it? Ooh, oh, fucking no.
Oh no.
Oh no, but thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Maybe.